What's good? It's your boy JayThat'sMe. Let's discuss Impact Wrestling for August the 3rd, 2023. A pretty okay show for the most part. We're still building towards Emergence, which is going to be on the same day as AEW's All In. Now, this is not a good look for Impact. I feel like Impact should have switched Emergence to be on Saturday. That would have been better for them. And in that way, AEW can have all of Sunday for All In. But since it's going to be in the UK, it'll probably start Eastern Standard Time, I would say about 1, if not 1 p.m., definitely 3 p.m. It should go 4 hours and some change. So if it starts at 1, it'll end at around 5:30. If it starts at 3, it'll end around 7:30. So, I don't know. I just hope that it's just going to be maybe a 4-hour event and that's it. But Impact's going to have to start, doing their Impact Plus events as well as pay-per-views on Saturdays. That's just, to me, it's more ideal if they do it that way. Or even like they have been doing sometimes on Fridays with SmackDown. I think that's pretty cool as well. But, it is what it is. But that's neither here nor there. But let's go ahead and get into the show. So we kick the show off with Trinity. She comes out, she gets on the mic. She addresses the Chicago crowd. She said that Chicago has a special place in her heart because it's where she made her Impact debut. She talked about being at her lowest and considering giving up her wrestling career. She said debuting in Impact was like... She said debuting in Impact was like going from her lowest to her highest. She talked about accomplishing her goal of winning the Knockout title. Then Deonna Purrazzo comes out. She said if we're recreating Trinity's debut, it's fitting she would come in and interrupt fans standing "You tapped out." She congratulated Trinity on winning the title. They had some words back and forth. Deonna said no one beats her twice. Trinity said, I bet I can beat you. No, Trinity said, I bet I can. And then they got interrupted by the Coven. So Kylan King complained about them and said it's the Trinity and Deonna Purrazzo show, not the Knockouts division, not Impact Wrestling. Kylan King said no one wanted to hear from her hear from Trinity or see Deonna's stupid face. So the Coven Kylan King mentioned that she was Trinity's opponent in her debut. Fans chanted "You lost." Kylan King called the fans idiots and said that Trinity got lucky. She said that night didn't sit well with her. Taylor Wilde insulted the Chicago crowd. Taylor Wilde said she hated that the Coven was beaten by Trinity. And Trinity told her to do something about it. So, Kylan King started to look at the tarot cards. She threw them at Trinity. They started to brawl. And then out came security and officials to separate everyone. Then Santino came out. He told everyone to take it easy. He made a tag match for later, but Deonna Purrazzo wanted to do it right now. Santino asked the fans if, and they said they wanted it right now. So Santino called for a ref. So this leads us into our first match of the night, being Trinity and Deonna Purrazzo versus the Coven, Kylan King, and Taylor Wilde. So they're doing this can they coexist bullshit. So, shockingly, Kylan King gets the win. She defeated Deonna Purrazzo. And that doesn't sit well with me at all. It doesn't. Because now, this could potentially lead into a triple threat. which is what they'll probably end up doing anyway. Because I thought it was weird for Deonna to just come out and challenge Trinity to a rematch for, at Emergence. I thought that was weird. So they'll probably end up doing a triple threat at Emergence with Kylan King taking the pinfall from Trinity, and then we could do another match at Bound for Glory, maybe a two out of three falls match between Trinity and Deonna Purrazzo. That's where I see things headed. I could be wrong, but that's just me. Moving on. So, the Racalz, they're backstage. So, Trey Miguel complained about not getting a title match. Zachary Wentz talked about facing Mike Bailey and Johnathan Gresham tonight, and about winning the titles. So, Scott D'Amore, he interrupted. He said they could continue to be in the tournament, but they would be suspended if they did any further shenanigans. I'm like, what the hell? What kind of shit is that? Stupid. It is what it is. Moving on. Eddie Edwards and Alisha Edwards, they were backstage. So Alisha bragged about running Tracy Brooks out of Impact. Jody Threat confronts both of them. Jody Threat called Tracy a legend and said that she left because Alisha wasn't worth it. And I do agree with that. So Alisha and Jody, they argued. They had some words with each other. Alisha said she would run Jody out of Impact. Jody challenged her to a match next week. And I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck is this shit? This is so stupid. Again, why is Eddie Edwards still there? Why is Alisha Edwards still there? I like Alisha. She's okay as a valet. But seriously, Eddie could be a producer. Same thing with Frankie Kazarian. This is not 2009 and it's not 2014. Enough. I'm so tired of Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan and Rich Swann and Dingner and all these other guys. Make those guys backstage producers or coaches or recruiters or what have you. I don't want to see them on my fucking television. Please. Scott D'Amore, can you do that for me, please? And Jody Threat still hasn't mentioned why she's an Impact. We still haven't got a reason as to why she's there. There's still no damn reason. Moving on, Heath versus Alan Angels. Heath gets the win via the wake-up call. So, that's fine. Although I'm shocked that Alan Angels didn't get the win since he basically split from the design. I was shocked. And then for some reason on commentary, they called this a grudge match. I'm like, what the world? How can it be a grudge match when they only had one match? Like, it's not a grudge match. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Moving on. So, Gia Miller is backstage. She interviewed Eric Young. Eric Young said he had lost... Eric Young said he had a feeling that the design would attack him and he would deal with it shortly. She noted that he wasn't dead and asked where he had been. He said the world saw that video and thought they saw the truth, but tonight the world will see what really happened. He said he had new footage. Okay, I'm fine with this. Again, I'm not a fan of Eric Young that much. I really do wish that Eric Young would also be a backstage producer as well as a coach or what have you. Get him off my television as well. Next, I love this. Jake Something versus Davey Vega. This was great. Absolutely great. Drake something destroyed Davey Vega in 3 minutes. This is great. I love this. Really good shit here. Davey needs to be X Division champion in due time. I would say maybe around Bound for Glory, something like that. If not Bound for Glory, definitely Hard to Kill next year. But he needs to be X Division champion. Give him some promo time and character work and development. This guy could be your next world champion. I'm not going to hold you guys up. He's that damn good. And the crowd loves him. He's super over. I'm so glad that he's back in Impact. I'm just shocked he's not in WWE. I'm shocked. He has the look and everything. I'm shocked. But I hope that Impact continues to push Jake something because the guy's gonna be something. He really is. I love me some Jake something. Tremendous guy. Kicks major ass. Moving on. So Leo rushes backstage, talking to somebody on the phone, and he's approached by Bully Ray, Brian Myers, and Moose. So Bully said that they were proud and happy that Leo made the right decision to join them. Leo said he wouldn't pretend to like this because he doesn't like it. Leo stressed again that he's not here to make friends. Moose says they're not friends. They just need him on their team. Leo said they can rely on him until Emergence. Bully said this could be long-term. Bully said he wanted Leo with them next week for a 6-man tag. Bully said they wanted to trust him as long as he doesn't give them a reason not to. And then they walk off. And then Brian Myers told Leo to lose the boo-boo face. I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? Again, I don't understand it. I don't understand why Brian Myers is still there in Impact. Brian Myers really should just be a backstage producer at this point. Bully is okay, but I'm tired of Bully. I think that he'll be done with Impact by Bound for Glory. Since he came in last year's Bound for Glory, so he probably is just going to stay there just for a year and then dip out. So we only have a few more months with Bully, and then he should be done with Impact. So I'm pretty sure he's just there with Impact, just until Bound for Glory. But again, Brian Myers just become a backstage producer. Moose deserves better. I'm shocked that he didn't go to WWE or AEW. I'm just shocked. It's just like, bro, Impact's just wasting him. They're wasting Moose like crazy. Impact is totally wasting Moose. Moving on. So, the triple threat for the Impact Digital Media Championship. Joe Hendry versus Yuya Uemura versus Kenny King. So, Joe Hendry gets on the mic and says life is short, but his title reigns are long. Joe Hendry said sometimes you have to let your friends into title matches. So, Kenny King gets the win via the Royal Flush. He defeats Yuya, which is great. So I'm guessing they might turn Joe Hendry heel. I don't know. I hope not, but it makes sense. So they're probably going to end up turning Joe Hendry heel and have him feud with Yuya Uemura. That would be great. And then once Joe Hendry's done with that feud, Joe Hendry needs to either be in that X Division title hunt or he needs to be in that world title picture. That's what I would do. Moving on. So, Gia Miller is backstage. She's interviewing Mike Bailey and Johnathan Gresham. So, Gia Miller talked about them being in a tournament to win the tag titles. To win a shot at the tag titles. Johnathan Gresham said he was confident in beating the Racalz. Mike Bailey said he had to convince Johnathan Gresham to enter the tournament because Gresham was frustrated that the rules were broken. Gresham noted that Bailey lost his match last week because of cheating. They agreed to watch each other's back. So this makes sense. It seems like Johnathan Gresham is going to turn heel as well. I think that would be tremendous for him to do. It makes sense. It actually makes sense. Moving on. So Josh Alexander was backstage with Time Machine, that being the Mercy Machine Guns and Kushida. So Alexander said that they were the best collection of wrestling talent. Yeah, right. Chris Sabin said that he couldn't wait to get his hands on Leo Rush, and he would be the first 10-time X Division champion. Kushida, who still has the stupid X around his neck, said maybe. Okay, I'm fine with this, I guess. Not really that important. It's going to be an 8-man tag at Emergence. Not really all too excited about that. So the Death Dolls, they're backstage. They said that they needed to find Santino since they weren't involved in the Knockouts tag team title match at Emergence. So they're trying to come up with a game plan. They run into Crazy Steve. He said they needed to talk. Courtney Rush said they would have to talk later as her and Jessica walked off. And then Crazy Steve said, I understand. And then this leads us into the main event, which was Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Johnathan Gresham versus the Racalz, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. So the Racalz get the win. So Wentz throws spray paint to Trey, who sprayed Gresham, and he got the win. He rolled him up. So that was great. Love that. Good stuff there. I do think that Johnathan Gresham will turn heel. It does make sense. It really does. So I enjoyed that thoroughly. Then the closing segment of the show. So we see footage from last year's segment where Diener and Eric Young were in jail, where Diener supposedly stabbed Eric Young. So we see the new footage. So Eric is just spitting up blood. He starts coughing and laughing after Diener walked off. He crawled outside, pulled himself up on a motorcycle. He had a bloody face and put on his helmet and glasses. So he was driving on a highway. So he did a voiceover talking about life and death. He asked, can you die if you never truly lived? Eric Young said death can be beautiful, but he's not fucking dead yet. Eric Young said, an idea is eternal and can live forever. He called himself more than life and death. He's an idea and he'll live forever. So, pretty okay segment. I guess it makes sense. It is what it is. Pretty okay episode of Impact. What did you guys think? Let me know. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
to the end.